Mi nombre es Danko Jones, and you are watching RockMAP. We were a garage rock band, you know, and that's what, at the time, that was a big scene. It was very popular back then. Garage punk was a huge scene, and we were taken up by it, you know, we were part of it. And then we started to change our sound a few years later as we got better at our instruments. We started to play hard rock music, like harder rock, taking what, you know, the primitive garage rock sounds and getting better at your instrument, and maybe put a bridge in there, put a solo in there. So we started to get, you know, heavier. And the garage rock scene, as far as I saw, faded away. And it went overground with the Hives and the White Stripes. But I think the underground scene of it didn't really fail to go up with it. I would have to say now. Continues on. There's a tendency for bands who've been around for, you know, a lot of years, and in this industry a lot of years is like 5 years or more, and we've been around for 19. There's a tendency to look back, you know, with nostalgia, but we've just never done that. We've never taken a break, we've never broken up, so there's no need to look back, you know, we just move forward. Because those are naturally things that we found. I found them at my parents' place in a box, and I thought those were really cool recordings. So we digitized them and we put 17 of the kind of 40 plus songs that we found onto a record. We called it, you know, 96 to 98. The years are on there, so it's just something that we wanted to put out, just to have those songs out there and released, but it didn't fall under the blanket of our official album. Our official album is Fire Music. I think we took a real direct influence from the Misfits, a band that has influenced us on past records, but this time I think we decided to wear it higher on our sleeves and you know, let everybody hear just how much of an influence they were. And it was an angry record, you know, we had a lot of, you know, anger to get out, frustration, and I think the record benefited from that. Lots of angry songs, and it makes it harder and heavier, and I like that. I'd say 90-95% really, really positive, which is something that we're not used to. Most of our records get shat on by reviewers, music reviewers. They hate them. Not all of them, but most people who review records don't like our band. So it's nice that, you know, this album has taken a turn. I'm used to getting negative reviews. It's just part and parcel of, you know, you put it out there and see who salutes it, and if nobody does, you put out another one. But the converse of that is that people come to the shows, you know, so I don't know how, I think the frustration of music reviewers at a certain point is that nobody's listening to that. Well, you know, now with social media, everybody's a critic, right? I mean, you can get the official review in a magazine or a newspaper, but you get the unofficial, you know, half-drunken, half-knowledgeable, mostly idiotic review on social media. So, again, it's actually really positive. So, again, I'm not used to that either. Well, next year will be our 20th anniversary, so there's a lot of talk about what, you know, how to kind of commemorate it. There is a DVD that's being released at the end of January from our Wacken open air show back in last August. It's going to be out on DVD and Blu-ray, and it's just called Live at Wacken. And Wacken is the biggest metal festival in the world. It takes place in Germany. And they had a 9-camera setup when we played the main stage. So they shot the show, and we're gonna put it out on DVD. On it, there's a commentary throughout the whole show by me. I talk through the whole thing. And then there's a bonus feature where it's a spoken word show that I did 3 years ago at Wacken Open Air, where I lectured on the rock band Kiss. I didn't go on tour for it. We didn't post it online. I did it 2 times, 2 days at Wacken. So if you didn't go to those shows in 2012 under that tent that I performed it in, you've never seen it. Nobody's ever heard of it. So I'm very curious as to the reaction that will get when people start to realize that this thing has been released, especially from the band Kiss. Try not to think about it too much. We're just gonna put out another record, and then we're gonna go on tour again. You know, the thing is, I mean, yeah, sure, I do a few different things on the side. I write for magazines and have a podcast and do this spoken word thing every once a decade or something. But the meat and potatoes of this band is really just write songs, play them live, and go on tour.